Hey guys, welcome back to the Reseller Garage. This video I'm going to do a breakdown for you the last 2 weeks of sales. So we'll cover things that were fast flips, things with really good ROIs, some bread and butter stuff, and then I'll finish up with some regrets and bad buys. Before we dig into the sales though, I just got to take a little side trip here. Why didn't any of you guys tell me about iced coffee? I had my first, if you can believe it, iced coffee earlier today. I'm a normal coffee guy and kind of thought iced coffee was weird, but I see so many people drinking it that I was kind of like, I gotta try it at least once. It like changed my entire life. This is actually my second iced coffee today because I like the one this morning so much. It's like I'm used to letting the coffee sit for a little bit, not getting back to it, and a hot coffee that is room temperature tastes like crap. This iced coffee that sat around forever and was still ice cold tastes good, tastes like coffee. Mind blown. That's all I can say. Anyway, let's get into the sales. Alright, so let's get right into it. So first up, we'll go over the fast flips. So these are high ROI items that sold pretty quickly. So first up was this H-Bar-C Western shirt. This I wasn't familiar with the brand when I bought it, but just had a couple things going for it. One, that it was definitely old. You can see the tag here. This is a real old style tag. This ranch wear. I like the embroidery that it had on it. These roses and the pockets and pearl snap. So anyway, this sold in 12 days. Made almost $30 profit on this one, so definitely keep an eye out for this sort of Western wear, especially with prominent features like this. Next up was this Zegna dress shirt. Ended up selling this in about a half a day. Ended up making about $12 on this one. My buy cost is pretty low, like $4.34, but sold this pretty fast. So I don't typically sell these that fast, but these do sell. This is a popular brand, good quality dress shirts. So this is a nice fast flip and a good return. And then last but not least was this Under Armour polo. This was a heat gear. This was new with tags, so I was able to pick this up for like about $4, and ended up making $11 on this one. And I sold it in about 2 weeks. So this being new with tags definitely helped it sell faster. Some of the Under Armour may not sell as quick, but new with tags, and I priced it to sell and got a nice quick flip on it. So next up, these are my high return, high ROI items. They may have taken a little bit longer to sell, but got great returns on them. So first up was this Robert Graham graphic shirt. This is Sao Paulo, which I believe is in Brazil. See, it just has a cool design. Robert Graham, usually the louder the better, and this is a pretty unique pattern. This isn't one I had seen before. It actually even had some stains on it, and still sold this one for a profit of about $26, which is about a 450% ROI since I paid about $5 for it. So great return, great shirt. Took a little while to sell. I think I sold it in, let's see, about 4 months. But for that return, no problem at all. Next high return was this Johnny O linen blend window pane plaid. This definitely had those couple things going for it, that it was linen. It's good colorway. Sold this one for a $15 profit, or about $16 profit, which was like a 340% return. based on a low buy cost for this one. So you see that there, Johnny O. These have been doing better for me lately, just Johnny O in general. I had a little bit of a lull where I wasn't picking them up, and now I'm doing better with the shirts, with the pullovers. I might have been pricing a little out of whack to start, so I think that helped. But these are selling, for good money and in a reasonable amount of time lately. So picking up more Johnny O. Next up in this category, this was a Holderness Bourne polo, which I brought this one up a bunch of times. It's a really nice golf brand. You can see the tag here, Holderness Bourne. And then the shirts will have a name. Like this is called the Barnes. So that's the name of the actual model of that shirt. So that's good to include in the keywords. This didn't have a super well-known course, so I don't think I included that. But this one ended up bringing about $14, and it sold in the same thing about 4 months. So a nice return for this one. Definitely like picking these up. And then last but not least, this is a pretty cool one. This is a Tiger Woods first win anniversary polo. This is a new with tags. I think I got this at Ross, I think, during one of their sales. So this one I had for a while. I had probably had this for like 6 months. But I did make about a $17 profit on it. That was about 150% return. I paid up a little bit for this one. I think it was more like $10 buy cost, but still well worth it. You see, it's a $95 retail shirt. This was cool. It had like texture in it. These dry fit ADVs. That's something to look out for sure. And then obviously this one, the red tiger colorway. Is what really boosted this one, but I think I've seen people do well with just dry fit ADVs in general. So that's it for the high ROI flips. All right, now the just bread and butter items. These are items that I could find on a regular basis. Have good returns. Just happy to stock these in the store and sell them on a regular basis. So. This is a pair of Lucky jeans. These were the 410 Athletic Slim fit in a dark wash. So these sold. So these sold pretty quick in a couple weeks, and they had a nice return, about a $15 profit, which is over a 300% ROI based on a really low buy cost. I paid less than $4 for these, so definitely would pick those up all day long. There you see the inside tag, Lucky brand 410. And then next up, another bread and butter piece. This is Levi's 501, 3832. These were in really good shape. They took a bit to sell. Took maybe about 5 months or so to sell. But ended up making about $15 on these. After fees, so again, nice return. Little short of 300% return on these based on the buy cost. So I love picking up the 501s, button fly. Like I said, these are in good shape. So and then last up for the bread and butter section, and this was a timely sale too because this just occurred. This was a Masters polo. This is specifically the Amen Corner tag, which is something you'll see. You also see like Masters Tech, Masters Collection, etc. So this is a nice polo. I think Pima Cotton sold this one in a few weeks. So I think I had it for a few weeks total. And I believe we made about 14 bucks on this one. So another nice flip. And again, you can find these on a pretty regular basis in one of those tags. And I'll usually pick these up, and if you price them competitively, you definitely see these move. So now we get the positives out of the way. It makes sense to go over some negatives. Like I mentioned before, everything isn't perfect. I definitely make mistakes like anybody else, and I have my fair share of crappy inventory or stuff I have to hold on to way too long. So here was one. Here's a Tommy Bahama quarter zip like sweater. So you just had pretty plain Tommy Bahama. This ended up going through all my markdown sales and stuff. I had it for let's see, over a year, about 15 months probably, and ended up basically breaking even on it. I paid $5. The sell price went all the way down to a little under $7, and then with shipping, ended up just about breaking even. But I don't really pick these up anymore. I'll pick up Tommy Bahama in silk shirts. I'll pick up newer style button-down shirts, depending on the model. They'll have a model in them. But as far as these just kind of generic pullovers and stuff, I don't really mess with those anymore. Next up, another golf brand. This is a brand I picked up pretty early on. This SKU is like way old. This is something I bought actually in January of 2023, which is crazy. So this took 2 years to sell, and it actually ended up selling for a loss of $1.68. So one good news is I did get my money back. I paid $4.50 for these, or got most of my money back, but did end up losing a little bit. So this is a brand. Back then, I don't think I was really researching comps that well. This was like way early in my journey. I see SKU number 1230. I think I'm up to like almost 5,000 now. So, yeah, just didn't research it that well. Thought it was going to be a good golf brand, and it's not. And I've since then even looked up this brand a couple more times, and I just haven't seen results that look like it makes sense. So, again, don't buy them anymore, but have a couple of my inventory, and it looks like after a very significant amount of time, may be able to sell and get most of my money back for them. So, lesson learned. That's the whole point. And then last up for the regrets was a Dickies denim shirt. So this I bought in the summer of 2024, and it's finally sold, but it sold for a loss of $1.33 because I paid about $6 for these. This is another case of just like I was picking up denim in other brands, and just assumed that it was denim, it was gonna sell, and that wasn't the case with this one. So this sat around for a while, went through a bunch of markdown sales, and because the buy cost was a little bit higher to begin with, I ended up losing a little bit of money on these. So again, I don't really even mess with the Dickies brand that much anymore in general, but I stay away from these denims, and rather pick up like Levi's, something like that. So that's it for that. So that was it. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Go ahead and drop a comment on what your best sales or biggest regrets of the last couple weeks or this month have been. And I'll be back with more videos, more thrift hauls, and things soon. So I'll see you guys soon.